Sales agents talk about developing rapport. Now, I don't even know what that means. I'm joking. I do know what that means, but they go rapport, rapport, rapport. What I think they truly mean is building trust, not developing rapport. Because developing rapport is a little bit fluffy for me. It's a little bit wide, it's not very specific, right? And I love specificity. So I'm gonna say, let's get rid of the word rapport, because that's more personality, soft skill based, and focus on something that's real, that increases LTV, conversion rates, right? And that's establishing trust. On top of that, you got confidence, trust and confidence, right? So when you're talking to a customer, that they believe you. Because no customer wants to talk to a dodgy sales guy who they feel like they've been spoken to or spoken at, and they're not having a two-way conversation. And then you're trying to ram a product sale down their throat and they can sense it. By the way, customers are super savvy in the 21st century. They have access to all the information on their iPhone, right? While you're talking to them, by the way. So you got to be very careful. You never lie to a customer. So if we're talking about developing rapport, let's put that in the bin. Let's click the little button and put that in the recycle bin. And let's call it trust and confidence, right? Establishing trust and confidence, or building trust and confidence. How do you do that? Be authentic. Tonality, right? So critical to get right. Just the tone of voice that you use, and the pitch, and the cadence, and the intonation, and the speed in which you speak. There's a lot of sales agents who speak really fast. Why do they do that? Man, if you're a sales agent, you know it's because you're nervous, right? You don't know your product well, you don't know your script well. No harm, no foul. You should get on the phones super quick. I always say get on the phones in day one or day two, right? Don't leave it for a week of training. Just get on the phones, because getting on the phones is the training. Make a lot of mistakes, run fast and break things, as Zucks would say, and then you just get there faster, right? But, you know, talking at high speed and high pitch to a customer does not portray trust and confidence. Being settled in the call, right? Slow, considered. You know, what you have to do is you have to breathe, and you have to have breaks in between things. And sales agents, normally when a customer's talking, they want to finish the sentence for them because they're nervous, right? They haven't figured out that space on a call is so critically important to get right, because that's what also creates trust and confidence. So when the customer stops talking, just give it a little bit, and then ask them a question directly related to what they just told you. Most sales agents will do this. The customer will go, hey, so tell me, how much does the product cost if I was to subscribe for 12 months? And the agent jumps on them even before they finish saying, oh, well, let's not talk about that. Look, I'll talk about that on the next call a little bit later. So do you want to put this on a MasterCard or a Visa? You know what I mean? It's like, it just doesn't, the cadence is just not right. So all I'm saying is work on trust and confidence. Go slow. Like my intro to a call is, hey, Tommy, Lawrence calling from OEA here. Thanks for your inquiry. Really do appreciate it. Wanted to just follow up with that inquiry, mate. Have you got 2 minutes to chat now? So I'm really calm, I'm pretty cool and collected, right? And I want to get him talking as soon as possible on the call. I want him to engage with me. And he's going to do one or two things. Tommy's going to go, hey, look, where are you calling from? And I'll say, I'm calling from OEA. You sent me an inquiry about a business program on Meta yesterday at 3 p.m. See how specific that is? So there's no ambiguity when I say that. He goes, oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, great. Have you got 2 minutes to chat? I'll ask him again. He goes, I'm really busy. And what do? I respect that. 100%, I totally understand. Look, would you be available later on this afternoon or tomorrow? 2 options, always 2 options, right? See how I'm just cruising, man. I don't need to talk about the product. I just need to get my customer in a good space, in a good headspace where he's got time to speak to me. By the way, you can never have a good conversation with a customer or close them if they're distracted. Like if they're at work, if they're hanging from a roof, scaling down the side of a tall building, you got to be respectful of that. So you should ask them, you know, are you in a position to talk? No, I'm not. No harm, no foul. I'm available this afternoon, tomorrow for a quick 15-minute chat. What works for you? So I'm giving them the option to choose. By the way, if they choose, the conversion rate for them picking up the phone to take that call increases by 2x. He goes, not available this afternoon, but you can call me tomorrow. Great. Morning or afternoon, what suits you best? 2 options. Afternoon, great. What time? Some people go, oh, you know, they go, oh, hang on a minute. I've got 3 o'clock available and 4 o'clock available. I've got 3 o'clock available and this is what the agent says to the customer. I've got 3 o'clock available available, 4 o'clock available. I said, why would you do that? That's the dumbest thing that you could do. You have to make yourself available to your customer because you put an ad in front of them, they clicked on it, it's all about them. So, you got to think about it. He goes, oh, look, can you do it at 5 o'clock? He goes, absolutely, I can do that. Give me 1 second, let me lock that in. Book the appointment in when you're on the phone. Always, golden principle, golden rule. Do not hang the phone up and then book the appointment and send them an SMS. Just don't do that. Very difficult to convert that as an appointment. And then when you leave the call, a couple of little things, right? So I'm talking about I'm building trust and confidence. Hey, before the appointment tomorrow at 3 p.m., what are the 1 or 2 things that you wanted to dive into or that you wanted to know? Oh, look, I really want to understand how it works and how much it costs. Great, well, we'll cover that off tomorrow. Really appreciate your time, an element of respect and being thankful. I look forward to speaking to you tomorrow at 3 p.m. I give them the time 3 times. Tomorrow at 3 p.m., tomorrow at 3 p.m., tomorrow at 3 p.m. I book the appointment while I'm on the call, and then I thank them again before I leave the call. Just wanted to say, I appreciate your time today. I know you're busy, so thank you, and I look forward to speaking to you tomorrow at 3 p.m. And then you hang the phone up. Now, the chances of him picking the call up are quite high because you've put the appointment into their time frame, meets their schedule, not your schedule, their schedule. It's only 15 minutes, I told him that. I've asked him for 2 things that the customer, that Tommy wants to know. He wants to know, how does it work and how much does it cost? I said, we'll cover that off tomorrow. So I'm going to give him the information that he wants. So the conversion rate goes up for answering that appointment. And I've been chilled. I haven't gone into a sales pitch. He was busy, I understood that. I was very respectful to him on the call. He goes, where are you calling from? I reiterated the inquiry that he sent through. So now he's connected to it. He goes, oh, I contacted you first. Like, you really have to establish that playing ground, and let's see if I can help you tomorrow, right? So those are the sorts of things you want to say. If you're not a great salesperson, you're trying to pitch them. You're trying to talk too fast. You're talking over them when they get to the end of what they're just about to say. If they ask you a question, you actually don't answer it. You go into your agenda. The agenda doesn't happen on the first call. It only happens on the second call, not on the first call. The first call is just establishing if your customer is available to talk, that they are, yes, I did send you the inquiry. What are they trying to achieve? If you can get that out of them, that's great. Operating to their cadence, speaking slowly, taking your time, and just being a good agent. Now, that's what wins, and that's how you build trust and confidence. Now, when you get into the call and all these things starts to happen, they will judge you on that as well, but it's really the first connection to the customer is going to get them to pick up the phone. If you sound dodgy, sound sketchy, they won't speak to you again. By the way, they'll tell you, I'm available at 3, yeah, that'll be great, call me then, and they'll never take that call. And this is what happens. You will chase them for, I don't know, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. And it's just a waste of time. What you didn't understand is that you established no trust or confidence with the customer, and they've just told you what you want to hear, because most customers are going to lie to you. They don't mean to, but they just don't need the hassle of saying, oh, I'm not really interested. They don't normally do that. They just want to get off the phone and go to their next thing and get back to work and go and do that thing. And then they tell you what you want to hear, and then you chase them for 90 days and you're just wasting all your time. Now, if you compound that, you're doing that time and time and time and time again. You're speaking and chasing all these people who are never going to speak to you in the first place. What a waste of time. So don't do that. Don't be Tommy. Be smart, right? So that would be my advice. So think about that cadence. Think about building trust, not developing rapport. Hope that helps. Got to run. See ya.